Welcome, welcome, welcome back to another chapter of Beyond the First Chapter with the J O and the C, Jolanda, Olivia, and the C, of course, is me, Carmen. And we're going to keep it a little lighthearted today. We have a fun topic to talk about, something that we know about, and then something we haven't had to experience in quite some years. But this should be really fun to talk about. So we're gonna get into it. But first, I would like to say hey to my sisters and ask how's your week been.
Um, I'll go first. Hi, how are you? My week has been fun, and not fun in the traditional way of doing a whole lot of stuff. It's just been lighthearted, lighthearted and fun. Like my mom is here; she is on her third week, so we're finally into rhythm, which is cool. Um, And like the last 48 hours, we just been chilling. Like we've been in the house, puttering around the house. She's downstairs watching BritBox, which I had to subscribe to. So I am now a BritBox member because she likes her British series. So I had to pay for it. So she's downstairs watching that and playing with Mason. She's babysitting for me. And the girls are in and out and having their grandmother time. And honestly, it has really been amazing. It's been an amazing, um, it's not a vacation, visit.
Is it? Yeah.
And I think it was much needed. The first week was hellish. We got on each other's nerves, but now we're in our groove and we're loving on each other. So my week has been really great. No big surprises though. Sorry. I had no
Oh,
surprise.
that's good to hear.
Uh, I s- I went back to work on Monday, and my students came back on Wednesday. So we did our first 3 days, and I survived the first 3 days. We have our first full week starting tomorrow. I start volleyball coaching tomorrow with tryouts Monday and Tuesday. Full practice on Wednesday. My son started his new position as a bus driver and he loved it. So he's going to be going to that full time and
Right.
doing his other job that was full time, probably as part time. So he is excited about that and just getting ready for this new week. I'm going to go back to the school today and do some copying and get myself ready for tomorrow so I don't have to go in as early tomorrow. That's it.
All right. Well,
On
I
Elizabeth.
my week has been busy, 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 busy. This is my first week back to school with students in front of me, and also the first week that I had to do my part-time job along with my full-time job, and I didn't realize how long that day is.
You decided to keep it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, it's a long day, but if the work was hard, I probably like, no, I'm not about to do this. But
Okay.
it's just a long day. It's not hard work, long day. That's all. But
Mhm.
I'm fine. I know it'll pay off in the end. So that's the reason why I'm all right with doing it. Um, Bethany, we take Bethany to school on Thursday. She is totally packed up. The living room it looks like she is going away forever, but I'm quite sure. I know you guys know from probably experience. This probably won't happen next year. It probably won't be as much stuff.
Yes, it will. It was
Really?
for
Will it
me.
be like this every year?
Yeah.
Probably
Oh
more.
my god!
It's
Probably
yeah,
more.
like Olivia said, because she's gonna get her groove and she's gonna buy
Mhm.
some stuff, but she's not
Yeah.
gonna get rid of the old stuff.
Yeah. So you'll put it in storage and then you'll take it out of storage and you'll find there's more stuff. Then you'll put it in storage again and then you'll take it out. So this is my daughter's senior year. So it I rented a Yolanda can attest. I rented a U-Haul this time.
We need a
Carmen,
U-Haul now. That's what.
Carmen,
Oh my god!
Carmen. Kennedy need her behind beat. She got too much SHIT. And it ain't Kennedy's fault, it's her mama's fault because her mama keeps sending her SHIT.
Don't
Yeah.
even go there, Miss.
What?
Your daughter had a whole apartment, so don't even go
And
there.
she had less stuff than Kennedy.
No,
Yeah.
no, because you were complaining about all the stuff that's still that's upstairs.
That's different. She's exploded since she's been home. She had to contain, they had a townhome, but she only had one room to herself that was her
That's
domain.
all Kennedy has, one room to herself.
And she
And
packed.
she is not contained.
Yeah,
That
she
baby
is.
is not contained. No, she not.
She contained. She packed
Because
in
that
there.
was a smaller room. Everything
Oh,
finished.
okay.
Because remember, she had to move again, so she's in a much
Okay.
bigger room.
Oh, she's a much bigger room now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bethany,
Yeah.
their room ain't really that big, but it just seems like this is a whole lot of stuff.
It's not.
There's still gonna be
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
And this is you know, I didn't rent a U-Haul to take it down there. We're going down there in 2 SUVs.
Yeah.
Um so but yeah, and I need to finish her hair today, and we're all ready to go, ready to start this new chapter in my baby girl's life, and me not having to, me mothering from afar. That's going to be something new for me.
It,
So.
I have no words of wisdom for that. It is no, it's different for every person.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
will learn. Only took me 5 years, to get it. Yeah, Tyler too. So, but okay. So was that everyone's
I think
recap?
that's the update for the week. So if you
Okay.
want to jump right into
Yeah, let's jump in. I'm very nosy. I want to know what you guys have to say. So we're going to talk today about preference. Okay. So we're going to take a look at our marriage and, well, dating and marriage preferences. I think we've only all been married to one person thus far. So um, that's that for that. But we have dated multiple people. So we'll have something to talk about. So with that in mind, um, what's your funniest or most awkward first date story? I gotta really think because it's been a long time since I had a first date. So, but what's your funniest or most awkward first date story? Does anyone have? And if it's not first date, it can just be a date. Okay.
yeah, a date. Not the first date.
Who's speaking? Because y'all both started.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Olivia.
my first date was when I was able to when I turned 16, because that's when I actually could go on a date. And my dad gave me the car. He told me to drive because he wanted me to always be in control, and not leave the the situation up to the person who I was dating. So anyway, I get to the young man's house. I pick him up and we go to a party. When I realized that the party was had things that we shouldn't be having at 16 years old, because the person's parents were out of town. So I kindly excused myself and left him there
Why
and
you
was
leave him?
home. Huh?
Why'd you leave him? He didn't want to leave?
Do you understand who my parents are?
But you came together, so I understood if he didn't want to go,
She
then
did
you leave
not
him.
come, and she said she didn't go with him. She didn't go with
I
him.
did. I
You
picked him
came with
up.
him.
Oh, you
I
picked
picked
him
him
up. Oh,
up.
my sorry. You
We
picked him
went to
up. I
the
missed that part.
party,
Okay.
and the parents were not there, and
Okay.
things were going on that a
Right.
16-year-old shouldn't be a part of.
I
So
understand.
I kindly took myself home.
And
And you came
did you
there.
tell him you were leaving?
I told him he
Okay.
had to go. He didn't
Okay.
want to go. I
Okay.
was trying to be nice. Anyway, and I left and I went home. I
Okay.
go home. By Monday morning on the bus, he had told everybody that we had done things that we hadn't even done. I said, "Do you understand? I left that boy at a party. Like he had to get a ride home to his house."
Mm.
So how did
So
all that go down?
it was yeah, it was definitely a situation where I was like, yeah, this is how dating's going. Not so much. That was my very first date, but then afterwards, I don't think I have a funny date, but yeah, that was my most awkward date. No, I have another awkward date.
Share if you're open to it.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I was finished my freshman year. No, I was going into my freshman year of college. So that summer, whatever. This guy that I worked with, because I used to work at a clothing store before was called Macy's Closeout, and I went on a. This guy asked me to go on a date to go see Janet Jackson in concert. Fine, I get dressed. I love Janet Jackson, and I had had a crush on the guy prior when we worked at a different store, but like he didn't give me no time of day, so I was like, I'm good. Anyway, he finally asked me. He comes and picks me up. My dad was like, make sure she's safe. Da da da. He gives me the whole talk. Gives me my money. He's like, if you need to call me, all this other stuff. Well, before we go to the thing, he takes me to his house to meet his mom. Okay, first date. We're meeting the mom. Okay, go meet the mom. Whatever, whatever. It's like a long time. I'm just like, dude, we ain't never gonna make it to this concert, and I'm be mad. Now, it wasn't at Ravinia. It was somewhere else out. I want to say past Joliet, wherever. It was far. I fell asleep in the car. By the time we got there, he was just like, "You fell asleep?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You weren't talking about nothing." So I went to sleep. You know how I am. If I'm not driving, I'm sleeping. So
Uh-huh.
get to the concert. I'm thinking we're going to be underneath the little shelter on the seats. No, we're in the grass. We didn't have no chairs. He didn't have nothing. So I was just like, I'm not standing here. So I kindly walked my little tail all the way up to the front, and I'm up in the front with That's the Way Love Goes with Janet. And he was like, "You gonna leave me back here?" I said, "Absolutely." Then it starts
Oh, come
raining.
on.
Then it starts raining. I didn't have no braids. I had natural hair. My hair getting wet. I'm pissed off. I was like, it's time to go. We roll. He was like, so do you want to go get something to eat? No, take me home. I don't like none of this. I want to go home. And that was it. Those are my two like worst dates that I've ever had.
Okay. Herman, do you have a funny or awkward date story? I'm sad. Like,
I know, right? I
is
mean,
that
mine is kind
crazy?
of sad, but kind of funny. Um, I went on a date. The guy uh had been trying to go out with me for since we were in high school, and we worked together at downtown at a brokerage firm, and finally I was like, okay, we can go out, and he was like, okay, we can go to Navy Pier. We went to a restaurant that was on Navy Pier, and I was fine. I was, I wasn't feeling really good, but I was like, I'm gonna go anyway. I'm not, what I mean, I usually, what I mean, if you all know, you all remember, I had my gallbladder removed. Okay, this is before I had my gallbladder removed, so those attacks were bad. But I could stave them off and be like, okay, because that's who I am. I'm just not gonna let no sickness stop me from having fun. So, um, we go out. I'm like walking slow in my heels. You know what I mean? I'm looking real cute. I'm looking cute, y'all. I got my heels on and everything, clicking it down. navy beard. And he was like, if I don't mind, you got those shoes on, let's walk slow, we can talk, and blah 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 blah. So we're just going, it's just fine, it's just fine. Um, we get to the restaurant and he's like ordering things. He's like, "Are you hungry?" I knew by then. By the time I got there, I knew that I was having a gallbladder attack. That because the pain had started bad. And I was like, I gotta make it through this. I gotta make it through this. So we were sitting like in a booth, right? And he was like, "Did you want anything to eat?" I was like, I
Mm-mm.
think I'm good. He was like, "How am I supposed to take you to dinner and you don't eat dinner?" He's like, "You gotta have something. What do you want? Just something." He was like, "How about some fries?" "Will you eat the fries?" I was like, "Fine, order me the fries." So I have the fries in front of me, and he's just talking, and I'm trying, and as he's talking, I'm doing this. He was like, "Are you?" He was like, "You like?" I said, "I got to be honest with you. I'm about to throw up in this floor right now." So I think that I'm gonna, I'm gonna excuse myself and go outside. So I went outside. I threw up in the bushes. I was sitting on the curb of the thing, and he came out and was like, "If you were sick, how come you just didn't tell me you were sick?" I was like, "I just didn't want to disappoint anybody." He was like, "Get up. What is wrong with you? Get up." And he had to literally take my shoes off because I couldn't walk no more. Take my shoes off and drag me back to his car. He put down the seat, opened up he had a what do you call it? The
Convertible.
no, not convertible. What do you call
Moonroof.
it? Moonroof. Thank you. He had a moonroof. He said, "I'm opening it up so you can get air and everything like that." And he's like, "I'm gonna get you home. Or do you want me to take you to the emergency room?" I said, "Just get me home. They'll take me to the emergency room." So he's flying down Lakeshore Drive trying to get me back to the house. And he goes and he was like, "Can you get out the car?" I was like, "Yeah, I can get out the car." He goes and knocks on the rings the doorbell and it was like, "Miss Johnson, I don't know what's wrong with her, but I can't get her out the car." I'm like, "Why did you call her?" I'm like, "I can't get out the car. Get the hell out of here."
Oh,
I can get out. I can go. I'm fine. See you later. And did I see him ever again? I think, did we ever have a second date? I think we did.
okay. Well, you didn't have a second day, you had a first day,
Exactly.
because that one didn't count.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
And if I am remembering correctly, and I might be, you were at the house still.
Me?
You were there.
I
Yeah, you were at the
don't
I
put
know.
me in it because I don't
I know,
remember
you
that.
were there. You were there with me, and you knew I was sick. And when I came back in, you got that gelato face look like this, like, yeah, you know you should know it up out of here like that.
That sound like me.
Hmm. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would have told you don't go, but
yeah.
I don't remember.
Well, you told me don't go. I believed if
No,
I'm
I'm agreeing with you.
okay.
I don't recall. But that's okay. Okay. Do you have another you'd like to share? Or is that
No, that's probably about the most awkward one I could think of.
well, I'm glad you guys shared as much as you did because it gave me time to go back into my memory bank to remember. Um, so mine was like 16, 17, 16, 17. And it was a little boy from not top teens, from Champs, little skinny little boy. I don't know, little skinny thing. Anyway, he was nice. Um, I didn't really like him, but he asked me out. I was like, whatever, it sounds fun. Let's go. So we were supposed to go to the movies, which we did. He came to the house because that was my mom. You not going out if they don't come to the house and meet me. So he came to the house, talked to her. She got his driver's license information, all of the stuff that the parents do. We went to the
Or
movies.
did. They don't still do.
I said, I said, do, didn't I? Did.
Did.
You're right, did, DID. Um, so we were supposed to go to the movie, and I don't want to lie about what township he lived in, somewhere out toward like South Holland area. Anywho, unbeknownst to me, we go to his house because his mom and grandmom wanted to meet me because he had been speaking about me. So they wanted to know who this person was. So we go over there. So this is the awkward part for me because I was at a loss because I don't know that I've been talked about. So I'm walking into a situation where I have expectations placed upon me I don't know anything about.
Mm-hmm.
So we go, he had a beautiful home. I still remember his house, gorgeous home. Um, and they were nice, they were kind, a little uppity, um, if I can be honest. And if you know me, for me to call someone uppity, that's saying something. So a little uppity. So that part was a little awkward, and they thought that their son shit the moon. He could do no wrong, so that was fun. Um, then we ended up going out on our date. We had a nice time. I can't tell you what we saw. Saw a movie. Um, we didn't get food, and then he took me back home because we had spent so much time at his parents' house. Well, at his home, I still had a curfew. So you'd have messed up my curfew. So I had to go home, by time. And so I think we went out maybe a couple more times after that. Uh, and it was okay until he started trying to push up on me. And I was like, dude, that's not happening. And when he tried to push up on me and I said it's not happening, he got a little attitude. And I was like, well, we ain't got a date because I don't like you anyway. You just had a car and it was fun. You were a decent person. So the real awkward part came in when his mom called me to yell at me for dumping her son.
I know you lied.
Oh, I'm not. And I'm not.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, dodge the bullet with that. So that was weird. I had never even heard of anything like that. Now that I'm older, I have heard of mothers. That was before Joseph. I mean, I have heard of mothers interfering in the son's relationships, but I was new to dating and I had never heard of such. And it was fun. But caveat to that, when I went to college, I think because everybody was a year younger than me. I don't understand that. Anywho, he was a year behind me. So when I came home for Christmas from freshman year, he came over, he called and asked if he could come see me. And I said, fine, whatever. So he came over and he visited. He apologized for his mom. And he also apologized for his behavior and was like, well, can you give me a second chance? I was like, no, I'm in college. You're like still in high school. No, no, that's stupid. So
Why would I
never
do
saw him
that?
again after that. So that was that. That was my story. So what were you saying, Carmen?
I was like, yeah, why would you do that?
Like, dude, I'm in college. Go away.
I'm in a bigger pond, baby.
Much bigger pond. So yeah. So we did say we were gonna do round robin. Are we gonna continue with that?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep,
Okay, so then whoever asks the next question.
Carmen.
Okay. If you had to describe your dating style as a movie, what would it be?
Ooh,
Uh, if I had to decide, probably a rom com of some sort. I don't know. Um,
I
it,
don't know
I don't know.
either. I should have read these.
I don't know. Would it be? I would it? Yeah. A romantic comedy with some type of mishap
I
in the
know,
middle of it all.
I know what my dating style would be.
Go ahead.
Runaway bride, because I always ran away from boys.
That's not a style. That's a rom-com.
Yeah,
But
that's
it
right.
said as a movie. If
A
you
movie, a movie. So yeah, so if you, yeah, I
Okay.
picked
Runaway bride was a
a genre.
movie.
Yeah, I picked a genre because I couldn't think of a movie.
But you can pick whatever you want.
Yeah, you got a movie in mind?
Mine would be action, and it would probably be Fast and Furious is really coming into my head. That was the first thing that I thought of.
Fast and
When you
Furious.
Fast and
when
Furious.
think when this question
That-
popped, when you said the question,
That's saying
Fast and
something.
Furious popped into my head like immediately. Um, I feel like, yeah, I think Fast and Furious only because like I got my heart in quotations always was like, I'm in love. Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh,
And then it was like, boom. Like something. So it was like an
okay.
action movie. It's like Fast and Furious. Like we're stealing the gas from the trucker, and we got the first one, and we're good. We go for the second one, and he tries to blow us up off the road and shoot us down. So
Okay.
that's what I would say. Fast and
Action.
Furious.
Okay.
I
Okay.
get you. All right.
All right, next question. Do you believe in love at first
Oh,
sight, or just good lighting and what the fuck?
Wi-Fi.
I said
Wi-Fi.
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 Oh, Wi-Fi. Good lighting and Wi-Fi.
I like the what
Oh,
the fuck though.
Yeah, what the fuck?
because I'm like good lighting and what the fuck? Like that's what I'm saying. You got good lighting. What the
Right.
fuck? Like
Right.
And
that.
in all
We
fairness
didn't
though,
have Wi-Fi back
we
then, so
didn't have Wi-Fi dating. So
I
Oh,
would say
exactly. We didn't have that. We didn't have that. So
so for me, I would say I believed in love at first sight. I did.
you did?
Yeah. That's
How
why I
about
like
you? I did.
Love is Blind. I like Married at First Sight.
Okay.
I like the Love Island that just happened. I like those things because I truly believe in like people falling in love like that. Now, does that happen? I don't know, but that's what I believe in.
You're romantic.
I
oh,
am romantic.
she's a
I've
big
always been
romantic.
I'm a
She's always
Pisces.
been she's always been a big romantic, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Pisces,
Be-
that's all we believe in is love.
Oh. What about you, Carmen?
Um yeah, I guess I can go with the good light and Wi-Fi, but what the fuck?
Hers is good lighting and what the fuck? There's no
What the
No.
Wi-Fi
fuck?
back then.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm on the good lighting. I am not a I believe in lust at first sight, lust and intrigue at first sight, but love, never have.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting though, Olivia. Okay. So this says who would text, but we didn't text. So who should call after a first date? Who should call first?
The guy.
I
Me too.
always
I
thought
think
a
the
guy.
guy.
I always thought a guy should call because then it shows his interest. And again, this is us, dating ourselves when it comes to this. But um, is if a guy goes after what he wants, so if he wants you, he's going to call you. So is what I mean, let him chase. We always, what I mean, we were always taught to be chased. What I mean, be something that someone wanted, not what I mean.
Do
So
you guys agree with that? Since you brought it up, Carmen, do you agree with that? Being chased and not chasing?
I mean, I agree with no. So yes, yes.
No.
Wait, wait, wait. I am. Don't chase a man. Chase your dreams. Chase your money. Chase your.
We only talking about in relationship. Only in
No,
relationship.
no, no. I do not chase a man. No,
Okay.
I don't agree with it. Yeah.
Okay. I don't agree in chasing either. What about you, Olivia?
I'm chasing a man.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm 50-50. It depends
Okay.
on truly like again, as I say, I'm a Pisces. It really truly goes with like how I'm feeling, like how I see it progressing. Because a lot of my dating I see prior, like when I see a guy, I can see what's gonna happen. Like I can see like at least the first couple of months together, so I know where I'm going. So I can say I have chased and I have been chased. So I can see both sides of it. I understand the whole let them chase you. That's all good and gravy. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. But for me, I believe that women can do the same thing too.
Okay.
That's just me.
I don't like the way you're saying it. Say it with your chest because that's your belief. You believe
I
that
said
women can,
that's just me.
but you went, that's just me. None of that.
Oh,
It's your
that's,
universe. Your
it's my
universe.
universe. That's where I live.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, Carmen, it's your turn.
All righty. What's more important, good looks, good cooking, or good conversation? Um,
Mm.
for me, it is good conversation because the mental play starts first. You got to get me here before you can get me anywhere else. I mean, good looks are, you know what I mean, are, you know what I mean, that's aesthetic. You always going to go for what you're attracted to what you're attracted to. And it may look good to you, but it may not be attracted to somebody else. So that's always subjective, right? So for me, it would have to be a good conversation because you have to hold my interest.
Okay. Um, Mine is the good cooking, looks, and conversation. Um, yes, conversation is very important. We need to be able to talk. Like, I cannot be in any type of relationship with a person who cannot have a conversation with me because that's annoying. However, I also have to be physically attracted to you. So even if you are, we have a lot that we could talk about, we could grow together, we could learn together, but I'm not physically attracted to you, it's just not going to work. Cooking, I don't care. You can learn how to cook, we can eat out. So that's fine. But yeah, I'm going to say the looks and the conversation, I'm going to say it's like a 45, 60. What is that? Does that add up? Wait, no, that's not the right math.
40-60.
Okay, 40, 60. I'm not a math person.
You added the extra 5% there.
Well, the looks a little bit important. I gotta want to be around you, you know. So yeah, we'll do Jolanda math. 45, 60.
Uh, what's important to me? Good looks, good cooking, or good conversation. Um, I guess if I look at my dating history overall, it was always good looks first, and then good conversation afterwards. Um, yeah, good looks first, then conversation.
Did anyone ever find themselves attracted to someone but you hadn't spoken to them yet? And
Mhm,
then you spoke to them and then
mhm.
they like put their best foot forward and they was kind of lying, but they put their best foot forward, to hook you. And then you really start talking to them and they got ugly because they were stupid.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's the worst. I'm like, just be dumb up front. Like, dude, just
Ooh,
don't waste my
I
time.
dated a
Just
guy
so
who was
just
good
so
looking.
pretty. Just so pretty, but ain't nobody home. Oh my God. Just oh.
I dated someone who was very good looking, very attractive. Everybody liked him, but he was dumb. But he was a good kisser, so
You're like, just kiss me and shut up.
kiss
Who
me.
said that on your show? When Ron and Freddie were dating, Ron told her, that's why I like kissing you because you shut up.
Because you do, you shit it.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
What?
yeah, that is so disappointing. Okay, go ahead.
What's the ultimate green flag for you?
Spoiling me.
I was gonna say that too. I was asking you if you pay me attention. I'm an
No,
attention.
not attention. Spoiling me. Spoiling me. And that is not necessarily, when you say that, people always think money. It's not necessarily money, but just
Right.
spoiling me. Um, yeah. the ultimate green flag, yeah, that's it. I might even get over you being ugly.
Okay. Uh,
What's on
Carmen, what was yours?
No, the same thing. We
She
agreed.
said, she
But
said
I
the same
said that's
thing.
exactly what I was gonna say. Spoiling me. That's green flag.
All right. A green flag. For me, I think a green flag is protection. Being 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 treated, not just spoiling, but like the whole concept of chivalry and being chalant, not nonchalant, but chalant and
Gallant.
protection.
Nonchalant.
Gallant.
So you want to be
Gallant.
cherished. You want to be
Cherished.
cherished.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to be cherished.
We're not dating, but I cherish you. You're
All
welcome.
right.
Since you can take my love, I'm gonna take my love back.
What?
Because I said we're not dating, but I cherish you.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Get your damn ears clean. Anyway, okay. Oh, okay. So what's an instant deal breaker for you guys? I don't
A
know.
liar.
A liar?
Inconsistency.
Inconsistency. Be honest with you, I don't have an instant deal breaker because I have never had it happen, so I don't know. I've come across lying, and it didn't become an instant because I don't know, other people have lied too sometimes. So that one wasn't instant. Inconsistency bothers me, but an instant deal breaker, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I haven't come up against.
I think we're answering this in the realm of if we were dating now.
I'm looking
I'm
back to
answering
when
in
I
the
was
past.
dating.
You're answering in the past.
Yeah.
I'm answering in the past. Yes.
Yeah. And I never came up against something that inst was instant for me.
But I can also answer in the future or in the present. Lying.
That's
Mhm.
it for you. Okay. All right. Well, because that one was not a great question, I'm going to usurp my authority and ask another one. Um, would you rather have a partner who's super romantic or super funny?
Okay, Olivia, on three. One, two, three. Super
Romantic.
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 Romantic?
Romantic.
Huh. I don't know. I like romance, but sometimes it can be too much. Like where I am now, like in the answering in the past, 100% romantic. Let's do those big gestures. Today, I'm like, funny would get on my nerves.
That yeah.
Like I can't laugh at you all the time.
Not everything is a joke. You know what I'm saying? You can't make everything a joke. You know what I mean?
So, if I have to choose between those two, I would say romantic. But even that, my idea of romance, I think sometimes it may come across clingy, and I'll be like, "Ugh, you need to go away." It would be romantic if you
But
walk away
think
from me.
about it. Think about it if you got what you want. You know what I'm saying? If it's the romance that you want.
That I want.
So what's your love language?
My love language is time. I like
And what
spending
else? You have a top two.
time and gifts.
Okay.
Time and gifts.
So romance to you would have to have your time and gifts. So would
Right.
you want that over funny?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I said if it's between those two, um, but if I'm really being 100% honest and open with you guys and whoever else is listening, um, I love time with my partner, but I also need my partner to go away. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Time is a love language for me, but I also need time by myself.
Well,
Like, you
that's
got to.
I mean that's the given. You know what I'm saying? That's
No, but Carmen, it's not. There are people who literally, when you say time, they want to be around you 24/7. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that. Um, yeah. So,
Hey, time and gift for you. Carmen, what are your love languages?
words of affirmation and physical touch.
I like physical touch too, but it's not my top two. What about you?
Those are mine.
Words of
Affirmation and physical touch? Look at the twins.
affirmation.
Okay, well, I told Olivia that I cherish her. Carmen, you are the most beautiful cousin that I have. And you're super smart and you're super talented. And I wish that you would acknowledge who you truly are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you're next, love.
Oh, I am okay. Um, dream wedding, big celebration, courthouse, elopement.
Big celebration. I want like a week. You don't even have to bring me gifts. I just want to party for like a week. Costume changes,
Elopement.
fireworks, good food, drinks,
I
destination.
have to say, okay. Let me say this. Let me say this. So I had a wedding the first time, first, and we renewed our vows last year after 25 years. And I have to say that the vow renewal was so much better than the first wedding. I enjoyed and I loved my second wedding so much more than I did the first one.
Okay. Well,
Why?
yeah, that's a good question. Why?
Because it was what I wanted. It was all really what I wanted. It didn't, and it could have been this way the first time had I just followed my first mind and went to Vegas in the first damn place and took the
Um,
two people with me that I knew would come with me.
who was that?
You too.
Me too, and a baby. Remember, I had a baby.
That's right. You two and a baby.
Yeah, I had a baby.
Right.
Yeah, I would have come. I would have come. What about you, Miss Pisces star?
Why I gotta be a star for?
Why can't you be a star?
Why aren't you our
Uh,
star?
dream wedding, I think would be a big celebration. I truly wanted, I wanted the whole, and y'all are gonna laugh, but I wanted the whole barn theme because I am such a country girl at heart.
You wanted a bar?
A barn.
Barn. Okay.
Barn. I wanted the whole country thing. I
Yes.
wanted to wear the cowboy boots. I wanted, that is what I truly wanted in a wedding. Then when I had, that was what I had planned the whole time. Then when it was time to, and senior year in high school, we had to plan our actual wedding. And then I planned the big wedding, whatever, whatever. And I literally followed that whole plan except for one thing. But I always wanted something that was unique to me.
Mm.
So either a barn wedding or a beach wedding. Those were the two types of weddings that I wanted. I've always desired. I've always wanted to be. I'm a water baby and I'm a country baby. Those are the two dichotomies of myself that I wanted to celebrate, and I did not celebrate any of that.
Mm-mm.
So
Well, I want to have another wedding too, and I want it big. That's why I said I don't need gifts. I just want to wear the dress that I want instead of the dress that was fiscally responsible for my mother's pockets. Um, yeah, I want what I want to. So that's so funny. The first ones were not what we really wanted. Yeah, fun. Okay. I think it's you, Olivia.
Yep.
Would you ever propose to someone, or do you expect them to pop the question?
Well, I'm married, so it's been done. Um, I I don't know.
I would never
Ask me if
propose
this
to
don't work
somebody.
out.
That's
I,
just
All
not me.
right, so then let's go to the next question.
yeah,
Yeah.
you ask.
Do you think marriage changes a relationship, or is it just paperwork?
Changes.
It changes it.
It changes. What do you think of?
Now,
How?
mhm.
I'm using my Olivia words. For me, initially it was the same and just paperwork, but I got married young, so we were still young. Um, so nothing really changed. I just didn't go back to my own place to sleep, you know. But once we were together for a while and once children were involved, became introduced into the relationship, it changed, but it has to. Also, it changed even if we didn't have kids. I'm not the same person I was at 23.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even remember that girl, you know. So it has to change because you change, you develop, you mature, you get immature depending on who you are. So it changes. And if your partner doesn't understand that dichotomy that people change and that you have to renegotiate that marriage contract to make sure you still like each other and want to be with each other, it's going to be an issue because you know life happens, as they say.
Yeah, I think she basically answered that one. I mean, a relationship, whether whether you got that paperwork or not, if you are with somebody and you evolve as a person, the relationship is going to change.
Okay, you have anything to say, love? All right.
Mhm.
Well, what's the weirdest marriage advice you've ever heard? Weird marriage advice. No one's heard any weird marriage
I'm
advice.
trying to think. I'm quite sure I heard some, but let me think of because we come from old Southern folks, so they didn't told us some stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
like.
mean,
Is
I don't
that
think anything has been weird.
not weird? Mm,
I've heard uh have your own bank account. Um, keep the packages in the car until they go to sleep or until they go to work the next day. Um, don't go to bed mad. Um,
No,
make
it's
sure
not
that
weird.
when you have children that you guys still take time for yourselves. Don't make your children your whole personalities. I mean,
that's
But none
not
of it is
weird though.
weird. Yeah,
that's
none of
what I
it's
said. I
weird.
didn't
Yeah,
hear anything weird. I heard
yeah,
basic
No,
information.
nothing weird.
nothing weird. Yeah, it's not weird. Be careful who you tell your business about your marriage to, who you share your marriage business with, and who
Hmm.
you allow in your marriage. But that's
Hmm.
not weird. I've never had weird advice.
Yeah, no, nothing weird.
All right. So this is just outside looking in for us. So dating apps, do you think they're a blessing, a curse, or a comedy show?
Comedy show.
I think they're a comedy show looking because I'm looking in on it, and I'm telling you, I pull up a chair and I'm here for the show.
Comedy show. Yeah, I have to say. I think maybe if I go without outside of myself, it could be a blessing because you can cast your net wider if you open to see people, but more comedy show because I'm just like, and it's funny. So last week Monday, I was in my class, my exercise class, and I sometimes I go to morning classes at the Y, and it's a lot of older people there, and they talk loud, and I'm nosy. So this guy who was in my class, he was talking to this lady about a date he had just went on, and He was saying the day was nice, but I don't think it's going to be a second date, because she just seemed weird and kind of off. And so the lady was like, well, how did you meet? And he said on a dating app, because, how else am I going to meet somebody? And he's like this old, awkward man, too. So I could see him saying, how else am I going to meet somebody? And she was like, yeah, I don't really do dating apps because I rather do things the old way and organically meet somebody. And she said, yeah, and that's probably why I'm not dating. So I just think that's kind of coincided with that. But so I'm seeing a lot of older, oh my God, we're the older people, girls.
We
I be
are.
forgetting. I be talking about it like these old people. Damn, that's me. Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of people meeting on the dating apps, and they have had some funny experiences. So yeah, it coincides with what you're saying with the comedy show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard younger people, I've heard people's colleagues and stuff like that talk about dating apps. I truly believe the best way for me,
For you?
um, looking at dating organically would be the best. I'm not a big people know I'm not a big texter, not a big caller, unless I truly care about you. So for me to meet you like that is not really gonna work if I don't meet you in person first and like get to know you and like you before I start texting you. Because at this point in my life, I'm only texting if you text me. I'm only reciprocating what you show me. So dating apps would definitely be comedy show, but it would also be a curse because I've seen a lot of women our age and older who've been on dating apps and found stalkers and things like that. So I know it's definitely a curse too.
Mm.
Yeah, they
So
come on a
I'm,
warning.
I'm gonna tie these two questions in. So would you swipe right on someone with no bio but a great picture?
No.
No.
So right is to keep, left is to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. That to me that
You
was a
know,
different question.
how do I know you even real?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's just yeah, exactly. You be catfish like that.
I mean, you could be a catfish either way, but like, how do
But
I
that's a
know you?
surefire way. That's a surefire way. You know what I mean?
Like, you're a human.
That's like opening your mouth and inserting the hook yourself.
Damn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead, Carmen.
100%.
Okay. How do you feel about long distance relationships? Romantic or exhausting?
Both.
Well,
They're both. Yeah, I agree with that. They are both because if you know what I mean, they're work, you know what I mean? But it could be you if you're making it work, then hopefully there's some romance in there.
hmm.
Something there that make you want to keep working at it.
Mhm. So, question, and it kind of goes with the question Carmen just asked. So, both of you have spouses that are pretty much home through the week, unless they, go out with their friends or go on a vacation or something. So, do you think that you guys could deal with a relationship like I have, where my spouse is gone 3, 4 days a week? Um, do you guys think that you would be good with that, or yes or no?
I would be good with that.
You'd be okay with that?
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
Olivia's thinking.
I'm only thinking because it with the job he has, it wouldn't work. Um, if he had a different type of job and I was able to be a stay-at-home mother, then sure. But if
What
I
if
had to
he had a
work
different type of
also,
job and you still had to work?
if I also had to work, no,
Okay,
no.
that's
I'm
fair.
thinking about it, even if I'm thinking about it as it is now. You know what I mean? If he had a job that took him away and I still had to work every day and I'm still here, I'll still be fine with that.
I'm not gonna be a single married mother. Not happening.
Okay.
Not gonna be a single married mother.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
just
mean to
not
strike a
happening.
chord. I'm sorry.
There are a lot. Yeah, no.
I see what you're
I'm gonna
saying
keep
now.
my
I,
comments to
you know what I mean?
myself.
I guess if I didn't take into consideration if it was back when my kids were little.
Yeah.
It would be when your kids were little, because Yolanda
Yeah,
started that way.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. I didn't take
I
that
was I
factor
didn't even
into
think about that.
consideration. You know,
Okay.
I didn't. And
Okay.
you have a point there, most definitely.
Again, I was just curious and now I know. Okay. Um, but again, that works for me because I like to miss you and I don't like anybody in my space all the time. But I think that, like Olivia said, that's how I started. So that's the only type of stable relationship I've ever had is you're gone and then you come back and then you're gone and you come back. So when my husband was in between jobs for 6 months, it was like pulling my hair because I'm like, dude, you are everywhere. I'm not used to you being everywhere. It's weird for me, you know? So, okay. I never looked at it from those point of views.
Mhm.
Okay, Olivia, it's the soundtrack question.
If your love life had a soundtrack, what would it be? What would it be playing right now?
What song would be playing right now?
I'm gonna say a whole.
A whole?
No, I'm thinking of prior, now, and yeah, I'm just thinking.
I don't
What would
know.
your love
What
song be?
song? Yeah, Jolanda, you go first. You got a
I
song?
can't go first because you girl, I'm still thinking. I don't know. You know what song? That had nothing to do with a relationship. That's all about me. So no, that's not the point. I don't know. I'm gonna have to circle back. We gonna say
Love
that
Life.
question.
Let's say that one because then we can come back to a
We
question.
gonna
Because
circle
I'm
back.
trying to think of the song.
I couldn't tell you a song at this moment. I know we need to perk up because we getting like.
If
So
you
let's.
had to choose, marry a celebrity crush or marry someone who cooks your favorite meal every day, who would you marry? A celebrity crush or someone who can cook
I'm
your
gonna
favorite
marry
meal
the
every
crush
Celebrity
day?
crush.
because he can
100%.
hire somebody that can make my favorite meal every
You.
day.
No damn steak.
100%. So, Carmen, who's your celebrity crush?
Oh my god. Oh my god. He's a wrestler.
I don't know wrestlers.
Yeah, he's a wrestler.
The Uso brothers?
No.
What does he look
Oh.
like?
Um, he looks like my husband, but he's Goldberg. Have you ever seen him? Is
Oh no, I don't know who that is.
yeah,
I do.
yeah, it's Goldberg. He looks like my husband because that's
That's
my
your type.
that's my aesthetic. Let me put it like that. That's my
Okay.
Yolanda, who's your crush?
My crush has been standing strong at about 17 years now. Idris Elba.
okay.
I liked him then. I liked him in the middle. I
And you
like
like
him now.
right now. All right.
Because
What's the laugh?
I have many.
Oh no. I
Many too,
have
but
many of
I have
like,
many now.
oh, but
Yeah,
my top,
but if you wanted the top one, I gave you the top one.
that's my top one.
So my top one would be Big Daddy Kane.
See, you stick with what you like.
Have you seen what you like? Yeah.
But Idris would be definitely in the top
Oh,
three.
Idris is on my list too. He's on the top
He's
10
top
for
three.
real. You know what
No,
I'm saying? He's in the
he
top
taken.
5.
He taken. His
So
wife and me next.
he's my top three. And
What are you?
Denzel is
Okay.
actually my number two.
Who?
Denzel's my number 2.
Since we all have one in common, what about that particular person makes him attractive to you?
Mine is his versatility because he can go from the DJ
Yeah.
to a serious role as the detective in his own show, to the American bad boy when he was on The Wire, to the Marvel movie with the funny eyes, and like he's just very versatile to me,
And he's
and I
not
like that.
pretty.
Yeah.
He's not pretty. He is just
Fine.
fine. You know what I'm saying? It's not. He's a black
And I've
man who
never
is
liked
just.
pretty boys.
You know what I mean? And that's what I like about it. It's just it's that sensuality about him too that he has.
Sensuality.
Yes, that I like.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay,
Y'all
let's
keep
sing a
talking.
song. I can show you a picture. Let me find it. I'm gonna show you a picture of my non-melanated celebrity crush.
Goldberg is non-melanated.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's not what I said.
Okay, hold on. Let me find my pictures. Sing a song, Carmen.
Sing a song.
Something.
Sing a song. Yeah, no.
Sing a girl. Wait,
Mm-mm.
girl. Let me put on my reader so I can see these little butt pictures. And I hate to show the picture because I was not cute that day, but it don't matter.
I'm trying to. I know who sings the song.
Sings
but
what song?
The song that we that so we can answer that other question. I know who sings,
Oh, well, yeah, look it up. That makes sense. So,
but
yeah,
I can't.
Carl Urban. That's my white people.
Oh, I know. Yeah, yeah, I know him. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the typicals. So, what's the song about? I forgot we were supposed to be looking up a song.
Oh my God.
I'm back.
It's actually the song that was playing at our vow renewal.
What's that?
It's a
I was
song.
there.
It's a song by Kim.
Something about life.
It's not the Share My Life song.
Okay.
What did I miss?
She's
Sorry.
trying to find her song for the soundtrack of her life right now.
What did you guys
The
talk
love
about
life.
with Idris?
Oh,
Idris?
no. I said my non-melanated crush is Carl Urban, and I was showing a picture.
With who?
Carl Urban.
She gonna put the picture back up for you.
Look at the screen. He was in like, I don't watch The Boys, but he's in The Boys and some other things. I liked him since Xena Warrior Princess.
I was just about. That's what I remember.
That's what
That's what I remember. He was Hades.
No, he wasn't
He was
Hades.
Aries. Aries. Sorry, he was Aries.
Like, when I met, I was like, I liked you since Xena Warrior Princess. He looked at me, he was like, oh, that's a long time. I said, yeah. Yeah. I've been around. I'm a true fan. What's up, Olivia? Because you look like something happened.
So you went away to go get what? What you went to do what?
Huh? My mom just stopped by to get some stuff. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Well, go back then. I gotta find my questions and open them back up. All right. Here we go. Okay, Olivia, you should be able to answer this one. If you were on a reality dating show, what would your intro line be?
Why would I be able to answer
Because
that?
you watch reality dating
You
shows.
watch those shows. You watch those shows.
Intro dating line.
I have nothing to say about that. I'm like, oh, that would be my intro line. Oh,
Oh,
you see what you get.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh
No.
Lord. Okay.
I don't know
I like
because
to watch
I
them.
don't.
That doesn't mean I would be on one. I like to watch them.
Well, what do
I know,
you
but
like
people-
about them?
Yes. What do you like about the dating shows? Those
What do
dating
I like about the
reality shows?
dating shows?
Yeah, those reality shows that you like.
I guess a lot of it is that, especially the ones that like Love is Blind and stuff like that, is just like watching people meeting each other sight unseen, and then like just really having to focus on who the personality is versus what they look like. Because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, as we all know, we have to look at each other. So we look at each other first before we dive deep into stuff. Like a lot of stuff is surface versus where these shows you have to get down to the questions like what is how many children did you want? Where would you want to live? What are your goals? Like those type of questions and really diving into that prior to then just being like seeing somebody and be like, oh, let's hook up. Then from a hookup it turns into something else or however you date. Um, I really think that like having that part of it, the aesthetic part taken away, um, is actually a more in-depth way of getting to know someone
But do you
versus
believe it?
huh?
Do you believe it?
I mean, some of them, some have worked.
Okay.
I'm not saying that they all do, because of course, TV, a lot of people are on there for the TV. So they do what they need to do to stay relevant, to get as far as they can on TV so that they can be at the reunions and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that it's truly, there's like it works every time, but I would say for the ones that actually work, they put in that work prior, of knowing who each other were, going through the process of being friends and understanding where each person comes from before they moved on to a different situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, when you guys were dating, um, were you yourselves or did you put on your mask? And if you did put on your mask, how long did you leave that mask on? Okay,
Well,
I'll
I
start.
think okay.
So, um, I put on a mask because I didn't know who I was when I used to date. And I would be whoever, hold on a second, I'm gonna plug in my computer. I would be whoever the person I was dating liked, unless they pushed me to a point to take me out of my safety zone. Then I
Mm-hmm.
would be like, no, that's not happening. How long did I keep that mask on? I just took my mask off maybe 12 years ago. So I had to learn who I was. So it took me that long to really learn who I was or who I am. So, but how about you guys?
I think I had a mask on um for a while. Um but again, like I can't agree and say that I couldn't I had it on because I didn't know exactly who I was, or better yet, I in my cat for me, um I knew who I was. I was just afraid to show who I was because of fear of not being accepted for who I was.
Mm,
Um, so I kept the mask up for those reasons. And I can't really say when the mask fell away, cuz but I can't pinpoint a time when it fell away, but I can say I know that it fell away when I stopped caring about what other people think, and I embraced it when I finally embraced who I was and was like,
yeah.
nobody has a heaven and hell to put me in, and you can't live these lives that you know day after day. I wake up and live my life, and you don't live it for me, and you can't live it for me. And for those who put such stipulations on my life to try to live it for me are no longer living.
Okay.
So
Did you do a mask, Olivia?
I think everyone puts on a mask when they first meet someone. I think if I look at my dating history, um, I think I put on a mask maybe no. I can say I only really put on a mask for 2 people, um, in my history of dating. Um, I think my reasoning of putting on the mask was protection, um, because I was always disappointed. There was always the other shoe that always fell for me. So putting on the mask helped protect and shield myself. So then if something did happen, I could be like, I didn't really fucking care anyway. Oops, sorry. I didn't care anyway.
Yeah.
And I just was able to move on with my life. I think the main the main reason of that though goes back to being disappointed with male parental figures in my life, or lack of parental figures in my life. My daddy, I ain't gonna say nothing about him because my daddy was the best daddy and the best daddy he could be. It was the other one. So that was in trying to search for that acceptance and search for that love. Not necessarily knowing who he was in particular, but knowing that there was a part of me out there that was missing. And I think for me, that has been the biggest uh, roadblock I've always had in dating, is that men are always disappointing. Um, for me, not for anybody else, just for me. Um, because when I tell them this is what I'm looking for, they'll do it for a little bit, and then after that they're done. So then with that, then I'm like, okay, and then I put my mask on and I protect myself. So
So do you still tell people what it is you look for?
at this point, I don't care.
No, I'm asking not because I want you to not care, but I just want you to learn from the hurts of the pain to not repeat them. And when people ask you, what is it that you want in all relationships? You don't
Mhm.
tell them, you let them figure it out. Because if you tell them, they'll do exactly what you said.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and that's the problem. That's why you're not supposed to tell people what you want.
right. Okay.
And I had to learn the hard way not to tell
We all
people what.
do. Okay. You need to talk about anything? You look pensive.
Um, no, we didn't go back to our song though. I brought it
I
down.
can't think of one.
I got it's
Go
I
ahead.
forgot, I remember the name of the song. Well, I remember the name of the song. I knew who sang it, but I just didn't remember the name of the song. It's Stuck on You by Kim.
Stuck on You. Yes. Now you said, I'm like, now I remember it playing. She played it at her vow renewal.
How's that go?
Hold on a second.
You can't play it. Well, we're not monetized. You can play it.
Can you hear it?
Have you look at us? Baby, your love is so amazing. Drives me crazy. Baby, I'm stuck on you. And your love is all I needed to be feeling. Baby, I'm stuck on you.
Hmm. Okay. What's yours?
I don't have one.
You have
I
none?
like I like music, but music is not I don't have like soundtrack to my life music. Like I have a song that I like to hear today. It makes me happy, but it's not soundtrack to my life. I've never thought of that.
Mm.
Like I didn't even have a wedding song. Like you know how you had Stuck on You. And if I'm not mistaken, Olivia had the song from the Asteroid movie. Uh I can't
Oh
remember.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Or was it what was it called? The
It was
Asteroid.
like Aerosmith, the that Aerosmith
That
song.
song.
Yeah, I can't remember the name. Oh my gosh.
Now, as a person people who know me, you may not find it odd. I do not remember the song that I had my first dance to at my wedding. So that's explaining to you that I don't have a soundtrack. I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe next week I'll shout out a song and say this is what I researched. But I just I don't have one. Um yeah, it's so weird. I have a song for us, but I don't have
Wait a minute. You say you got a song for us?
I tried to send it to you, but you didn't get it. Like last year.
What song is it?
It's like it's like a country song by it's called If You Go Down, I'm Going Down Too by Kelsey Ballerini.
Hold on.
It's a cool song. It's
Oh
like
my God. I
we
got it.
hold each other's secrets. Um, we can't go to jail without the other, but it'll be fun because jail's funner with with your best friend, someone to share time with. It's like a cool song. So
I got it.
that reminds me of us, but I have so many different components of my relationship. I don't have a song, you know. So
What if your love life had a soundtrack? What would your love life?
my love life,
That's what she's trying to say. She don't know. She don't know.
that's what I'm saying. For my love life, it's I don't know, girl. I really don't know. But since we started talking about preference, has your preference changed since you were first dating in your early 20s? I'm not teenage, we're not gonna count that. Let's say early 20s.
No, you have to count that because early 20s, you were already married by 23. So
Seriously.
you already dating
Oh,
the person you married.
but you weren't married to 24.
Oh my God, a whole year.
But okay, so since you started dating, has your preference changed?
Yes.
My preference changed.
Absolutely.
I didn't even marry my preference. My preference, I didn't care about race. Um, but I wanted the basketball built person, tall, slender. That's not what I married. But I did get the intellect part. I wanted a nerd that was good and that could flip flop, like a nerdy person that could be street if need be. So that part I got, but I always wanted the tall, skinny person. That's what I thought was my preference, just not what I got. So, what about you guys?
Nah, my preference was no. Well, okay. My I married my preference. I did. I did.
You
But you haven't said what?
the the big muscular bald man.
That was your preference?
Yeah.
Always?
Y-
I'm gonna let you have that.
I think it changed a
I
little
don't
bit.
remember you dating that.
Now, I don't say dating it. I was
I
just saying
dated
preference.
it. I didn't say I dated it. You said
Yeah.
preference, right?
I just didn't know. I honestly didn't know that was your preference.
You said preference.
I said
You said
preference. I didn't say dating because I only dated that physique one person. So I thought that was my preference. But like I said, I didn't care. You could have been black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I didn't give a damn. I liked everybody. but that was just the physique that I found attractive. What about you, Olivia?
I had many preferences. So when I
You
first
said you didn't
started
have any
liking,
preference?
I said I had many
Mm.
preferences.
Many. Okay.
I have had many durations. So when I first started liking boys, I liked light skin, good hair. Um, and I dated that for a little bit. Then I got into when I truly got into hip hop for real. And I told y'all Big Daddy Kane. So then I was looking for dark chocolate, woo, like Hershey, dark chocolate, no milk added. Um, Tall, has a body. Um, yeah, didn't get that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone else
But
have any
I could
questions?
say I definitely wasn't their preference either. So
You weren't whose preference? What? No.
I
She said,
wasn't their preference either.
Any of the people you
My
dated?
partner's preference either. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Never asked a
definitely
question.
wasn't his preference.
I never asked a question. Did you ask that question, Carmen?
What?
About preference to Anthony?
If I was his preference? Um, I don't know if it does. I don't think I answered it in that. I don't think I asked the question. What he's always said was that he would never have thought that I would be interested in him.
Hmm. Yeah, I never asked that question.
Oh,
And
I didn't have to ask. I knew.
well, yeah, you knew you guys were friends. Like you had a little different start up to your relationship. You're friends.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And he said he would never. He was like, no, you were. You know, what I mean,
He's only dated two
yeah.
black people and one he married. Like I was not his preference.
honey, we
No, I'm just saying.
No, no, that's what she was saying. How he was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Okay, I might need that. Okay. I'm just being for real because obviously I can't hear no more. Um, okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm.
So I'm wondering if preference is truly what you desire or just what your eyes see and something that makes your tummy flutter, just at sight versus what you really truly desire. Because that's two different things. Ooh, okay. That's two different things.
Yeah, preference and desire are two different things, but also too, preference, desire, and what is available also is totally
What's
different.
available now?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
be let's be realistic.
Yeah.
You have to understand we're not in we weren't dating in the age of technology. We were dating in the age of you had to be around the vicinity of these people. If you were not around the vicinity of your partner right now, you wouldn't have dated him. If Carmen wasn't around for the vicinity of her partner, she wouldn't have dated him. If I was around the vicinity of my partner was in, I wouldn't date him. We've already like if you went to a totally different school, you would have never met your partner,
Yeah, but
right?
I honestly believe it would have been someone very similar.
I
Remember
didn't
when
say
we
not
said
similar. I'm just saying preference, like
no,
your
no,
availability.
but I agree with what you're
Mhm,
saying, 80%. But my
mhm,
20% is remember when we sat around Carmen's mom's dining room table
mhm,
and we were talking about what we wanted.
mhm,
This is we was like 20, maybe 21.
mhm,
And you said you wanted a bad boy and you
mhm,
gave your list of
mhm,
exactly the not
Oh, I
stereotype,
remember this conversation. Go ahead.
the
Yeah.
requirements for this bad boy. And it's not bad boy in a negative way, but you know
mhm,
that image. And Carmen
mhm,
said, and I want a thug, but you gave your list. And I said, even then, I said, well, I want a nerdy boy who can be street if he needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And from the people we met at that time, um, that was what was presented. So I will say I might not have I might not have met him, but I would have meant a variation because that's what I really was looking for.
And I can say that then I said, oh, you know what I mean, that I described that thug, right? I wasn't dating a thug, and I never did date a thug.
No.
I married a thug.
Yeah, that was before Anthony. This was well
Man,
before.
exactly. I know that exactly, but just seeing how that was a very interesting that you remember that conversation.
I remember sitting
When
there.
you brought it up, it did ring a bell. I do remember this conversation that we had at 20 years old, and here we are 30 years later, and how we enlisted those preferences. And then I listed those preferences of the person that I did eventually marry.
That you ended up marrying. And at the time, what you listed was what was presented to you. So yeah, so now availability. It just sounds so like,
Clinical.
yeah, I don't know. Just
Frame we dated.
yeah.
It's different now versus when, like, honestly, if I didn't go to Lincoln, there would be no way I would have ever met
Yeah.
him. I would have been meeting some other kind of guy.
Yeah,
It wouldn't happen. Like,
I got you.
so you have to think about it. Like, we all were put in situations to meet certain people, and that is how it went on. So maybe not every preference, maybe certain things shone brighter than other things, and some things were totally not there, but it was only because the universe put us in certain places, so only certain parts of those things could happen in certain areas. Like, you weren't going to find a tall basketball player in Louisiana. You weren't going to do
Oh,
that.
yes, I would have.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay. Just saying.
You weren't going to find that in Louisiana because, as you said, you and Corinna were so scared as far as being around boys. You wouldn't have found that because they were looking at you like, why are they so timid? Why are they so quiet?
I'm
Like,
gonna
what's
have to interject. They were not looking at me like, why is she so timid and so quiet? I was just running away. I ran away. I ran away and I ran away fast and far. I ran very hard, very hard.
I ran. I ran.
I ran very fast and very hard. So I'm gonna tell you, Glenn's Inn was, I did not like him at first like that. I liked him as a human being, and I felt I could trust him. Because I didn't have a lot of dating experience, and he's older than me. I felt I could trust him because I was around him in community, and I watched him. I sit back and watch people, and I felt okay, and I could trust him. I actually have friends who ended up becoming my friend because I was not going to date them, who had that physique, and I think that's why I was scared of them because I'm like, no, too many butterflies. But as I got to know Glenn, like, he is cute to me, like he's physically attractive to me, but he was mean. I'm like, I thought he was mean, and it's no secret. I told him, I was like, I dated you because you asked. You're cute. You had a car. You had an apartment, and you kept your mouth shut. Your business wasn't all around campus, so I felt safe that my business would be my business, and it blossomed from there. So I didn't run from him. I tried, but you know,
You
he
did. No.
so
yeah,
back
he
to what
approached me.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
You were in the vicinity,
yeah,
and normally the people that you said that you were preference and you had butterflies for, you ran from. You were
Yeah.
only there because of vicinity.
I got
You
you.
proved my whole point.
Yeah,
I
she
got you.
did.
My whole
Then
point.
it's accepted. I don't mind. You know, I have no issue being wrong, but the way you said it, I disagreed. So, but
Yeah.
I have no issue.
Okay. You proved we
You did.
proved my point. You did. Because if you did not run away from and just were in community and saw, you would have never dated him. Because you said you watched him. You
You were
thought he was
open to
sweet.
you if you were open
You
to your
thought,
preference.
and then
That's
you
what probably
finally
it
you
is.
trusted him, and there you go. And if you weren't in that community, you
Hmm.
would have never dated him.
Okay.
Well, I think this one was kind of fun. Don't you think so? It's like, wow. Especially that little revelation of that conversation that was 30 years ago. That you realize, wow.
Yeah, we've been down this path a long time.
Yeah.
We've been down the path a long, 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 long time. So it was fun. Yeah, nothing. It was
I heard.
All right. So we thank you all for joining us for another very rousing episode of Beyond the First Chapter with Jolanda, Olivia, and myself, Carmen. We hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful and safe and productive week. Bye.
Bye bye.